Hello guys and welcome back to a new video. Today we have the brand new Suzuki Swift 2024, and in this video we will do the test drive. As always, we will drive the car on the highway in the city. We will test the consumption. Also, I will give you some technical data about the car, and we will talk on how it's on the road. Also, I will have a separate video with the car, interior, exterior, material quality, technical data, more information about the car in a static video. So check out on the channel. Probably the video is already there, but in this video we will talk and we will drive the car. First of all, I have to tell you that this new Swift look much better than the previous version. Even though it kept the same platform, it's built on the same platform, but it kind of kept the same shape, but it has so many changes to the car that make the car look much more modern, much more nicer. And also in this green color, it looks so wonderful in the sun. Also on the version that I have with me is the middle range version. I don't know, because from country to country the names of the version are changing. So this is kind of the middle range version. It comes with the manual transmission, 5-speed 1.2 liter 3-cylinder mild hybrid system. We will talk about that in a second. And also it comes with 16-inch alloy wheels. They are a little bit more aerodynamic this time, and it looks super nice in combination with a bright color. On the rear it comes with drum brakes. On the front it comes with ventilated brake discs. Yeah, more about that we will talk in the review video. This is the key, such a nice small key. It's very light, so you can put it in your pocket without any problem. It comes with semi keyless entrance because you have to press this button in order to lock it, and also if you want to unlock it you can press that button or you can use the key. But it's, yeah, pretty convenient, pretty simple. The interior also pretty nice. It comes with a redesigned dashboard that I love it. I have to say this is one of the best change that they did to the dashboard, because now it's much more practical, if that makes sense. Also, I like the combination of white with black, plus textile material seats with side support. Pretty nice manual adjustments. They are bright, they are big enough, so the comfort is good. Normal pedals down there. Let me put the key somewhere around here. Also the doors sound pretty nice in terms of quality. Let me put the seat belt. You can adjust, very simple, the seats. I also want to start the engine. Here's the start stop engine button. So you start it like that, you don't need the key to turn the key. Also electric adjustable mirrors, very simple. You can adjust the mirrors from here, and very fast. What I like the most on the car, even this mirror, it's so big, such a good visibility in the back there on the window because it's quite straight. I like the car that everything, it's so ergonomic, and the physical buttons and everything, it's placed in the right place. That means very simple to set up different things and just run with the car. It's a perfect city car. You just go in, so easy to adjust every function, and then you just go. So everything it's kept simple. Also the new dashboard look much better, and I like the fact that this screen, it's a little bit higher now, so you have such a good visibility there, and also tilted to the driver, so perfectly array for the driving. We will talk about that more. Manual handbrake, stalk for changing the gears, 5-speed manual transmission. What I noticed, but we will talk more about that. When you go in reverse, guys, you have a reverse camera with some active lines, but they are not with lines, but they are not active, but the resolution is quite good. Here you have some USB ports. Here's the climatic system, that on this version it's kind of a manual climatic system because it didn't show you the temperature. You just choose cold or hot, and then you choose the vent speed. Anyway, it's very nice because you have physical button. Here on the steering wheel, it's a leather steering wheel, very good grip and quality. Also some gray mat around here. Here you have the lane assist. Here you have some button for the voice command and for the telephone. And also, even though you have a semi-analogical screen with speed and RPMs in the middle, you still have a digital screen where you can see so many information. What I was surprised to see that comes on this car, and we will test on the highway, is the fact that it comes with adaptive cruise control, lane assist, autopilot. So you have an autopilot. I will test it in this video a little bit later, so stay with me. Plus you can customize and see whatever info you want to see in the front. I will reset the consumption to see what consumption we have, torque and power, acceleration, brake, and also you can see the nice graphic with what happened with energy in real time. Let me reset the consumption, but I will reset it a little bit later before we leave, because I want to give you some information about the car. The version that I have with me, as I said, it's a 1.2 liter petrol engine, 3 cylinders inline, combined with one electric motor, like a starter, a small electric motor, plus a 12-volt battery. Usually the mild hybrid have a 48-volt battery, but this one has a 12-volt battery, so it's a mild hybrid, something like that. It's kind of a hybrid of mild hybrid, but it's good because it helps the petrol engine to power and to run and when accelerate from time to time, so this is super useful. These allow the car to be 8% better in fuel efficiency and in CO2 emission. So it has 99 grams CO2 emission and the consumption around 4.4 liter estimated. We will test it in this video. We will see what kind of consumption we can get. Also, it has 82 horsepower, 112 Newton meter. It's combined with a 5-speed manual transmission, but you can get it optional with an automatic transmission, CVT. Top speed of the car 165 km per hour, 0 to 112.5 seconds. The fuel tank capacity 37 liters. Turning circle 9.6 meter, and the weight of the car, in here it has a lot of pluses, 919 kilograms. This is impressive because it's one of the lightest car in this class and it's super light, so that helped a lot with the consumption, and you can feel also when you drive it. Plus the ground clearance on this version 11.5 centimeters. On the all grip version, because you can get it on the all grip all-wheel drive, it is a little bit higher, 14 centimeters, but I hope I can get that car as well to test it. This is a front wheel drive system, and the price of the car 17,290 euro here in Bucharest in Romania. So guys, if you are around here, if you want to buy the car, see the car, test drive the car, check out definitely Rădăcini Group. I will leave the link in the description, also on the screen. They are very nice and they will help you with everything. So if you want to buy the car, test drive the car, see the car, definitely check out Rădăcini Group. The starting price for this car in the entry-level version with the same manual transmission and front wheel drive, it's 16,350 euros. So yeah, pretty good. When it comes to suspension, independent type McPherson suspension on the front, and on the rear it comes with torsion bar. Those are the most important technical data. I want to reset the consumption, guys, and then we will start driving. All you have to do is just press this info button here, and then I just reset it right now. We will drive with the, we will drive with, wait a second. We will drive with the climatic system on low, level 2. Manual, of course. I have the impression that this climatic system is made for me because I use it like that on all the cars. Just cool, all the way cool, and level 2. Manual transmission, manual handbrake, you leave it down, put it in first gear, and let's drive it. Visibility, blind spot technology, also heated mirrors. This is great, and you have all kind of technology. I was so surprised, guys, because I drive a lot of expensive cars, and if you want to get all these autopilot functions that this Suzuki Swift come with, you have to pay so much extra. And I was surprised to see that you don't have to pay for those kind of stuff, and in this price range you can get it. Now, what I like very much about the car is the transmission. This stalk here in the middle, it's so easy to put it into the gears. It's so smooth, and this is something that I like a lot. So this is one thing that I really love about the car. Yeah, actually, let's go left here. It's so convenient, it's so easy to put it into the gears. This is one of the softest gear shifter I ever try. So it's crazy soft, it's crazy easy, that make your life much more easier even if you're driving manual. It has start stop engine button, you have the button here on the left side, you have a lot of safety features, traction control, lane keeping assist, emergency brake, and also from here, from those buttons, you can set up, someone called me, you can set up from those buttons on the steering wheel, lane assist, and I will show you the speed limiter. It shows you also on the screen on the right up there. Also, the pedals seems to be a little bit softer, so it seems to be that you have to press the acceleration a little bit more in order to give you the power. You can get used with them super fast, relatively fast, but keep in mind they are a little bit softer. The quality, although it's pretty good. I like very much the fact that the car is pretty nimble, so it's respond pretty quick to the acceleration, and this is something that I like. You don't have the impression that you have a 3-cylinder 1.2 liter engine, even though it's not turbo. It feels pretty quick. That's because you have that electric motor, an electric starter as well, so that help when you accelerate and in certain moments. So that's so useful. Otherwise, the fact that you have this straight windshield allow you to have such a good visibility, and because of the shape of the car with the windows, it's so good visibility, man. I mean, it's just perfect in the city. It's such a good car for driving in the city. Now press the brake, put it in second gear, so convenient. Now the suspensions seems to be fine. They are not super comfortable, but they are pretty fine. Over small bumps they are perfect. Over big bumps you feel a little bit stiffer, but overall the way they set it up, it's great. And yeah, the more I drive it, the more I understand, and the more I can tell you that probably this is the lightest manual transmission car that I drive in the last 3-4 years. I don't know, probably one of the softest and the easiest manual transmission to drive. And look at this, guys. I mean, it's accelerating so fast, it's so agile, it's so light. The car, it feels so light. The steering wheel, even though the car it feels light, the steering wheel is not very assisted. The steering wheel, you have to turn it a little bit more, so it's easy, it's soft, but it gives you a pretty nice feedback, you know. It's not crazy assisted, so that's something to keep in mind. You have to turn it a little bit more, but it has a good turning circle. 9.6 meters is pretty good. The engine seems to run pretty smooth and silent, so you don't hear too much noise from the engine, and that's a good thing. Sound insulation, Suzuki claimed that they improve also the sound insulation, so until now here, at least in the city in this condition, seems to be pretty good sound insulation. We will see when we go on the highway. We will try to drive also a little bit faster, 130, so we can see what kind of sound insulation it has. But yeah, you see it feels the suspension a little bit stiffer. I wish to be a little bit more comfortable, but for how light the car it is, and yeah, I think it's great anyway. Now, depending in which country you're driving and on which kind of roads you're driving, but yeah, it's more on the stiffer side, if that makes sense for you. Now it's this is the ultimate test for the suspension here over those bumps. So here we can understand a little bit better, because here, yeah, even if it's stiffer, the good part is that it's not noisy, so the quality seems to be quite fine. Man, I love how it goes into the gears. I love how smooth and how easy it is. It's perfectly here. And I didn't even notice that you don't have an armrest here. That will be convenient, but the fact that they put the gear shifter right here and you have this side support that kind of help you a little bit, it's so convenient. Man, I like it. Probably on long distances will be nicer on armrest, but it didn't seem to bother me until now. I can rest my arm really nice right here, just like that. Also the button seems to be in the perfect place. I like the car, man. I really like it. I love the way it drives. The brakes seems to be good as well. Oh, a little bit, you have to press it a little bit slower because it's kind of strong, so it feels sometimes like it pushes you back, so you have to press it slowly, but seems to be pretty good for the weight of the car. Otherwise, the climatic system still running. The vents seems to be quite good quality. Otherwise, you have a lot of plastic everywhere. If you look at the design of the dash and you don't touch it, it looks wonderful. It looks really good. It starts to look more like a Toyota interior, to be honest. And it looks nice. It looks practical. It looks simple, and I like the way it is. Here it's soft material, and here it's soft material where it's really matter. That's important, and I like that. But otherwise, It's not bad, man. It's not bad. I like it. I like also the steering wheel design, straight down here, great grip, good visibility. 5.2 liter we have consumption until now. Pretty fine, to be honest. Yeah, it's great. 37 liter the fuel tank capacity, and it's a full right now. I like it. I really like the car. I feel like it's great for the city. It's so easy to park because it's small, have good visibility. The mirror seems to be good quality also when you touch it and try to adjust it up here. It's a nice car. I will try to make a video, separate video, where we will test the consumption. I will try to drive as economical as possible and to see if I can beat the estimated consumption 4.4 liter. Now I have 5.2, but we will go also on the highway to drive a little bit faster. So yeah, that will count as well. You see, the sound insulation seems to be pretty fine. Outside it's pretty noisy. It's good now, but I'm worried a little bit because of the shape of the car on the highway at high speeds. Probably you will hear wind, some wind noise, so that will be probably normal. This car, it's built to be driving 80% of the time in the city, so but I'm pretty sure you can drive it without any problem on the highway as well. Because I see some people worry about this engine, why we don't have any more the 4 cylinders, and then you have to understand that the 4 cylinder, it's equivalent to this mild hybrid 3 cylinder, because the electric motor help like an extra cylinder, and you have kind of the same power. Stay great on curves, change the gears. Man, I love that. This is my favorite manual transmission, definitely. It's pretty good. It's reaching the speed in a pretty fast way, so you reach 5th. Super easy. Now 80 km/h seems to stay good. The sound insulation seems to be still pretty good. The brakes and the pedals, easy to use. You get used with them pretty fast. Get pretty fast used with them. Now I want to show you something really cool. Check this out. From here you set up the lane assist, and then you just set up the speed. For example, here 80, and right now the car will stay between the lanes, will accelerate, will brake, will keep the distance between the car in front. You can set the speed from here, easy as that. So to be honest guys, on other cars you have to pay so much money for this feature, and here on this Suzuki Swift, at least this middle range version, you have it standard for a price of 70,000, I think, around there. I don't remember exactly, but it's crazy and it works so good. And this is one of the biggest improvement that they bring to this new version. And look at this, look how good it works on the highway. At least here where are the lanes visible, it stays perfectly between the lanes. It's hold between the lanes, it's accelerated. It warns you from time to time to put your hands on the steering wheel. Of course, you have to hold your hands on the steering wheel and pay attention to the road, but I just want to show you for the purpose how good it is and how good the car, it stays between the lanes, it's accelerating without any problem. And right now we drive at 100, seems to stay pretty good on the road. Autopilot work quite fine. Also, you can see a nice graphic right here. If you go to the car and if you go here to the graphic, you can see a nice graphic with what happened with the car, with the energy in real time, when it's recuperate energy, how much battery you still have, and all kind of informations. Look at this, it still drives itself, but it warns you to hold your hands on the steering wheel. So all you have to do, hold the hands on the steering wheel, and the car will do the job for you. Check this out. It's pretty good. Still 5.3 liters. We can set a higher speed now. Let's go to 120. We have 110 right now, and the sound insulation seems to be still good. Today we don't have wind outside, so that's something to keep in mind. You start to hear a little bit of noise from the tires now at 110. Let me take the control. Yes, you start to hear a little bit of tires noise. And yeah, over 115 right now, you start to hear a little bit of noise from outside. Otherwise, the car, it stays pretty good, and the car, it still have more than enough power. I mean, when I press the acceleration pedal, it feels like it still have plenty of power to give you. So yeah, I guess up to 120 you drive without any problem with the car. It has more than enough power. We go uphill here, and the engine, this configuration seems to be powerful enough. It's comfortable, it's nice, but yeah, over, let's say 120, it start to hear some noise, but up to 100 km/h, it's super fine. We will go back to the highway around, and we will see more. Now you recuperate energy. When you press the brake, look at this, you recuperate the energy back into the battery, and you can see how the battery, it's charging there from just going downhill or pressing the brake. And again, change the gear here, engine brake, and I like how smooth is the engine, and it's silent. And you see, we almost charged the battery completely. It's only one line missing. It stays good on the road, on the curves as well. No, it's fine. The car, it's pretty fine. It's also good setup. It's a little bit more to sportiness, a little bit stiffer, so it didn't feel like a boat, so it stays quite good on the road. You can see the previous version in front of us, the way it looks in the back. So definitely keep the same shape, but with some nice aesthetic improvements and also safety improvements. It stays also pretty fine on the curves. When you accelerate, the brakes are good. You can also have some fun with the car if you want to. Here, stays good, stays pretty fine on the curves. I like it. We have 5 liters. Wow, the consumption is lower. Now we will go on the highway, we will drive faster. And now the car recuperates energy. It's coasting. Oh, pretty good. Stays pretty fine in those curves. Okay, let's accelerate a little bit right here. And we go on 5th gear. Last one. Yeah, the steering wheel is a little bit softer now at higher speeds, so you don't have that crazy stability from this point of view, but it's pretty stable, to be honest, for how light the car it is and how it's set up. It's pretty light, it's pretty good. It's doing a great job. Overall, it's doing a pretty good job. Now, 120, you start to hear a little bit of wind noise from outside. Today it's great because we don't have wind outside, so we can test this really good. So right now we have 123, 4. Start to hear a little bit of wind from outside, but just slightly. Now, over 125, you start to hear a little bit of wind noise, a little bit stronger. But it stays good on the road, you can still pass other cars. it's fine, it's fine. And we have 130, 140 almost. Wow. I can't believe how good it stays at this kind of speed. And you still have power if I... Now the pedal was not all the way down, so pretty fine. Of course, it is a little bit of noise from outside, but nothing serious. But the most surprisingly, it's how good it can stand this engine at those speeds. Surprisingly good. Yeah, I knew that Suzuki made amazing cars and reliable cars and good cars and engine in special, but definitely they did a great job with this new configuration engine with mild hybrid. It feels really fine. Now we recuperate back the energy. That's the advantage of having a mild hybrid, and we use it later. And we still have 5.1 liter consumption with the climatic system on level 2 all the way on cold. And today it's one of the hottest days in this summer. They said that will be like around 40 degrees, and right now it's like 13-24. Now we go on the city also to drive a little bit. Man, it drives so easy. It drives so fine, the car. I definitely love it. And right now, changing the gears so smooth. I never expect to love so much this car. It's the easiest, as I said, the easiest manual transmission I ever try until now. So I'm crazy surprised. I'm crazy surprised. Autopilot, a lot of safety features, easiness to change the gear. I will definitely, if you ask me now today, what should you get, the manual or the automatic transmission? You know, when you get automatic transmission, you will have a higher consumption and you will pay more, and probably the manual, you probably know, it's more reliable in time. So I will definitely get the manual because it's easy to drive it. It's easy to drive it. It's easy. It's perfectly positioned. It goes easy. And also from what I read from Suzuki, they also improved this transmission to have better consumption. And of course the engine and this configuration, I like it so much. And I have to say that I like it more than the other manual transmissions. It's lovely, smooth. Now we will drive in the city a little bit again. We have 5 liter consumption. Today it's a Sunday, so it's not too much traffic. Also over those bumps here seems to be quite fine. It's not perfect, but it's quite fine for what the car it is, and the comfort on the seats seems to be pretty good. .9 liter is going down. Yeah, today we don't have traffic, so we cannot test the traffic. We just drive in the city and on the highway, but we don't have too much traffic. I'm happy that we don't have traffic, but for the test is not super relevant for the people that drive in super traffic. But yeah, we can still make an idea about it. So estimated consumption, official consumption, it's 4.4 liter, and now we have 4.9 liters. So this is a brand new car. Usually up to 5,000 kilometers you have a higher consumption, half liter higher. So it's definitely there, to be honest. Definitely exactly there. Front wheel drive system, you can get it also with all grip, with all wheel drive system, and probably I will test that version as well. There you can get the car will choose when it feels like the rear wheel need more power, it will distribute the power to the rear and front depending on the needs. So that will be also useful in many situations, and also the ground clearance will be higher there, 14 centimeters. But yeah, I think for most of people this is just perfect. This is just enough. Don't think you need more than what this one is capable. Still 4.9 liters. I'm still happy with the consumption, and we definitely use the same road as we go, so we can see this test as relevant as possible when it comes to consumption. Of course, next day is on the channel. I will have a full review, and then I'll show you the space, and also we will talk more about the multimedia and technical data and all that stuff. So stay close if you want to see that as well. Going uphill is doing lovely as well. Now the car is recuperate the energy back into the battery because we go downhill and just press the brake. So we have almost a full battery right now. Look at it, it's almost a full battery, 4.9 liter consumption. And the range of the car, 434 kilometers, still estimated, but yeah, depending on how you drive. And the climatic system, it's on all the time. It's a very good consumption, man. Taking into consideration that it's also a brand new car, so the consumption probably now it's a little bit higher. So yeah. And outside it's so hot. 33 degrees says the car. Start stop engine button. Also you have this start stop function that you can deactivate it if you want to. So it has so many functions. And it seems to work pretty fast as well. Five liter right now, because we stay there at the traffic stop. We lose a little bit of energy through the climatic system. So that was all, guys. Let's park. 4.9 liter consumption. Let's park the car. By the way, the turning circle, as I show you, 9.6 meter. It's super good, so you can turn this car in small spaces without any problem. If you want to park it here, just go like that. If you want to go in reverse, you just go right back, and then you go in reverse just like that. And you can see also a nice R there on the right side, so you know you are in reverse gear. You can see the reverse camera as well, that shows you right here, and then you can just park it like that. Manual handbrake, and also the manual handbrake, it works so easy. So I saw some videos online when some girls try to to pull the handbrake, but this one, it's so easy. It's crazy easy. I mean, everybody can do that. You don't need too much power, so that's super convenient. 4.9 liter consumption, yeah, pretty good with the climatic system on right now. I have to say that I like the car more than I was expecting I would like it. To be honest, there are a few things that I really love about the car. The easiness of driving it, the ergonomy, the practicality with the buttons, and you go inside the car, everything is set up super fast. The gear shifter, from my point of view, it's one of the best gear shifter, manual gear shifter. So easy and smooth. I didn't have the impression that this is a 3 cylinders. Still to be really smooth. The efficiency, it's indeed pretty good, and the consumption was pretty fine for the conditions. I like the car, and I really recommend you to go and test it. And if you want to see it, if you want to buy it, if you want to test drive it, definitely, if you are in Bucharest, in Romania, check out Rodocin group. I will leave the link in the description, also on the screen, so you can check them out, because they are very nice and they will help you, and you can see the car and you can also test drive it. That was the video, guys. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get some useful information from here. If you still have questions, ask me down below. If you want to see the full review, I'll have a separate video with the same car, so definitely check that out as well. Thank you very much to all of you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I see you soon in the next one. Bye, guys.